Tory Lanez might be coming home sooner than you think. It's all coming out now slowly, you get me? As we know, I've done a video the other day about him going hospital, getting stabbed, but it was worse than I thought, you get me? He got stabbed 14 times between his back, his shoulder, his neck, side of his face. Apparently he got airlifted hospital, 2 punctured lungs, you get me? So when I was saying he was there, I just thought that he probably just got stabbed once, and do you know what I mean? It weren't nothing too big, but from when I seen him, I heard he was getting airlifted. I should have knew it was kind of peak. Well, I seen someone on Instagram yesterday, and he posted a reaction and explained what happened to Tory Lanez, and he has got a source that's actually in that jail. So I'm gonna post that clip up quickly first.
So I did a little digging, and this is about Tory Lanez. This is the person that stabbed him in Tehachapi State Prison, and I'll tell you guys why. Now, the video I did before was just saying that there was a false narrative going on about a Mexican trying to extort him or make him pay taxes, and everybody ran with that theory. I said, no, it was personal. Now, if a Mexican was to do it, it was, yada, yada, yada. But the reason this took place is this dude was a nice guy, respectful inmate, got into a lot of trouble, though. He stabbed a couple of inmates in prison. He's doing life without the possibility of parole for 2 murders. And he was in education. He was working in the educational department, respectful, but he happened to be Tory Lanez's neighbor. And at visit, he was flirtatious with his wife. And his wife immediately told her husband. They went back, got confrontational, and Tory Lanez was on a tear saying that he was going to F his wife because she likes black dudes. That's what really.
So apparently Tory Lanez was trying to get at this guy's wife through the visits, watching that and arguing with him over the tier, talking about he's gonna mess with his wife or something like that. So this is how the stabbing happened. Another thing that I've learned is that Tory Lanez was on a 50-50 yard, a SMY yard. A SMY stands for sensitive needs yard. 50-50, that means they mix normal criminals in there with people who are in there for sexual assault, rape, child molestation and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're all mixed together. It's a 50-50. We'll have half and half in there. So obviously we know Tory Lanez is not in there for nothing like that. But this guy who stabbed him apparently is. I'm gonna put up his some paperwork. He's been in there for over 20 years. Let me put up this paperwork and show you. Apparently, this is what he's in there for. My man, as a 20-year-old, had a 13-year-old girlfriend. So that kind of explains why he's on that yard. Because this guy is Mexican, I knew it would be someone of a different race that done this. So this kind of explains it, because him going into jail, especially in California, a 20-year-old with a 13-year-old girlfriend, you're going to be deemed as no good straight away. They're going to get you off the yard. You can't be in PC, you can't be in, not PC, main population, general population with that on your charges. The Mexicans are stricter than the blacks when it comes to prison. As a black, you see how Tory Lanez is in there now, obviously Tory Lanez not a gang member or anything, but even as a black, a Mexican gang member cannot be on a 50-50 yard. If they go to a 50-50 yard, a SMY yard, they've got 48 hours to get off that yard, or they're no good. Do you know what I'm saying? Or they might as well just stay there and you'll never be good in the prison system again. So Mexicans, when they get on that kind of yard there, a 50-50, and they ain't got no bad charges or nothing, the first thing they'll do is they'll just take off on anyone on the yard or anything just to get put in the hole. They'll do something just to get taken out, because they're not staying on that yard. Was in California, if you're a black gang member on that yard, you kind of frowned upon, but you're not you're not entitled to come off that yard. You can go and stay on that yard, but a lot of people won't rate you when you come home, or if you ever go back to jail again and they hear you on the 50-50 yard, they might do something to you, get me? But blacks, and there's no rule to say blacks can't be on that yard, but certain blacks will go on that yard and say, you know what, I'm not staying on here, and just punch on someone just to get took off the yard, you get me? But it's not a rule. It's different. So that Mexican guy there, yeah, it makes sense why he's on that yard. I didn't know Tory Lane was on a 50-50. I thought Tory Lane was in general population, but like I said, he's not a gang member or nothing anyway, so it's not really, it doesn't really matter to him, you get me? But if it matters to other guys, like a normal guy could go on a 50-50 yard, but if you're in jail and you claim you're a gang member and you're this and that, 50-50 yard ain't really the place, because you're in there mixed with people that are in there for mad charges. So you could be in a cell with someone and this guy's in a cell for some kind of mad charges. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you don't even know, or unless you ask him. Like me personally, I ain't trying to be on that yard, bro. I'm not trying to mix with them kind of guys. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm glad in England, like in England, it's different. And when I've been in jail, there was a guy, we used to have a barber shop down Education. It was like a Turkish guy or something. It was from one of them countries, and he was the best barber down there. Everyone loved him and that. Like everyone wanted to get their hair cut off him. He was a barber on road, you get me? And he was on my wing. He was on my wing with me, yeah. That was my guy, you get me? Like, he used to cut my hair. And then one day, we're going over to Education. And I seen him and I said, yo, you coming? And he said, I can't go. I said, why? He said, because someone said that he's in there for them kind of, you know, some kind of weird charge, some kind of SA, a charge, sexual assault charge. He was in there for something like that. The next thing you know, obviously I continued and went to Education, come back, he was gone off the wing. So I knew he was kind of guilty of that, because if you weren't, you would have just come. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously someone found out, because the guards will tell a man like, yo, he's in there for this, you know. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't respect him either. So yeah, Tory Lanez was in there for that. Tory Lanez is on a yard like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he must have had a little back and forth with this guy. And this guy, obviously, just because you're on that yard, that guy is a Mexican gang member, but he's just no good anymore. So he still knows how to do what he's doing. You get me? As you see, he was on the streets. He shot and killed his girlfriend. So he probably was a gang member before. So he's just reacting how a gang member probably still would react, even though they're on that weird yard there. And then, come to find out now, since this has happened to him, now, next thing you know, new evidence has come forward saying that Tory Lanez was not the one who shot Megan Thee Stallion. I'm going to put the clip up.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
Imagine that then. Imagine this, yeah. Imagine this then. So imagine Tory Lanez is actually not guilty and he's ended up going jail. He's ended up getting stabbed. Someone has to pay, like, you get me? Someone has to pay for this. Obviously, you probably get some kind of compensation or something, but why did he have to go jail? Like, yo, I think he would have preferred to have not got stabbed. You get me? I think he would have preferred to have not got stabbed up. I don't know. You know, he's still in hospital and all that. I don't know if he's got marks on his, because they said he did get one in his face and whatnot. So, and on the back of his head. You get me? So, it's clearly this guy tried to kill him. So, how has that come out after he's got stabbed? It's like flipping now. Why couldn't this have come out before? Why couldn't this come out before? And if it does come out to light that he was innocent, Megan Thee Stallion should be in trouble as well for this. She should be in trouble as well for this, because you made a man get sent to the pen and he was innocent. Do you know what I'm saying? And he got stabbed up and all this in there. Nah, that's not that. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not right. But we don't know yet, and we'll see. But apparently it's supposed to be right, and he could get freed soon. There's even been calls that it's been a conspiracy. Representatives of Tory Lanez have called and said that this was a conspiracy because they found out that he was not guilty. Someone got paid to go and do this. That's what they're calling it as well. So you've got a Mexican guy who's got connections with people in there saying it's to do with a woman, and then you got his representatives outside here saying it was all part of a conspiracy because they knew that he was going to come out, he was innocent, and he was going to come out. So this thing happened to him. I'm going to put that clip up.
The timing of these events raised disturbing questions to me, and I think they all should to you as well. After over 2 years in prison without incident, Torey was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case. You don't have to believe in conspiracies to see the pattern. When evidence was about to come to light, Torey was nearly killed. So let's stop pretending this is complicated. Let's stop treating this like some cultural war flashpoint. This is about a man, a father, a son, Daystar Peterson, who has sat in a prison cell for over a year based on a case that wouldn't pass the smell test in any honest courtroom. The prison system can no longer guarantee his safety, and that alone should be grounds for immediate action. But combine that with the overwhelming evidence of a botched investigation, and this becomes not just a legal issue, but a morale emergency. Tory Lanez deserves a new trial. He deserves due process. He deserves a pardon. And if
So as you can see, it's up to you to decide, innit? Me personally, with a man that knows about jail and how jail politics work, yeah, I'm more leaning to the side that it's to do with the woman. But I'm not saying it couldn't be a conspiracy at the same time. But I just think that's a bit far-fetched. You get me? It's a bit far-fetched, man. So, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just for everyone. You're gonna you're gonna decide yourself. I'm not trying to sway people's thoughts and whatnot. It's how you think, innit? But flipping out. I'm just saying, if he was innocent, then why do you have to go jail, end up getting stabbed and all this stuff for it to come out, because as soon as he got stabbed, all this has come out. Why couldn't this have come out before? I hope he recovers well and all that anyway, Tory Lanez, man, and hopefully he'll be free soon, you get me? But I know when he's come out, he's going to be angry now. He's going to be angry, you get me? And so he should be. So he should be, if he really is, if he really was innocent, man, he should be. And why did it have to take for this thing to happen? You get me? Imagine that. Imagine he died. Imagine he died, and then you come forward and say, oh, he's innocent. It's too late. You can't bring him back. Once your life's gone, it's gone. Yeah, man, like I said, I'm gonna keeping you like in touch more and more as more and more start to come out in it. But yeah, I just thought I'd touch on that quickly and let the people know, keep people up to date. If you like the video, comment, subscribe. Road to 500 subscribers. My subscribers are slowly starting to go up a bit, so hold tight, everybody that's been subscribing after watching the video and liking. Get them likes in there, get them comments in there, tell me what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I need some constructive criticism and that as well. I'm learning any. I'm trying to work on my journalist, like I'm trying to be more of a journalist and all that, so I'm going to start trying to do my homework more and really getting into more detail and getting on my PC and really going into detail soon. So yeah, man, the quality will only get better, people. But yeah, man, respect everybody for watching, yeah, and enjoy your day. Zed's World.
I done sold all this dope for years just to become a YouTuber. Shit fucked up, y'all.